So that's it? What, we some kind of Suicide Squad?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things to remember before seeing The Suicide Squad.
I don't think that you know what to expect.
Don't get too attached.
We're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nothing like a bloodbath to start the day.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most important recaps you'll need before you watch DC's second live-action film about the team of quirky villains. If you're not caught up with the DCEU, beware of minor spoilers ahead. Who's your favorite character in the squad? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, and since we know you love The Suicide Squad, did you know that you can watch it from the comfort of your own couch? Catch it exclusively in theaters or on HBO Max. And as long as you have an HBO Max membership, that film, as well as thousands of hours of series, movies, and exclusive originals, are at your fingertips for you to enjoy. Don't miss Warner Brothers premieres in theaters and on HBO Max the exact same day. Only available on the $14.99 a month ad-free plan. Plus, ad-free subscribers can download top titles to watch anywhere they go. Enjoy. Now, let's get on with the countdown. Number 10. Not a direct sequel or complete reboot. It's safe to say that among fans and critics alike, 2016's Suicide Squad didn't quite meet expectations.
I'm known to be quite vexing. I'm just forewarning you.
Ladies, shut up!
So when rumors spread that the team's new film would be a reboot, the announcement was a welcome one.
Harley Quinn, nice to meet ya. Love your perfume. What is that? The stench of death?
Keep in mind, though, that considering the actors who played Amanda Waller, Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, and Harley Quinn will reappear as the same characters, this movie is more of a standalone sequel than a total reboot. Director James Gunn claimed that the new movie wouldn't completely ignore the events of the old, but also that the 2021 film can stand on its own. It'll focus more on taking characters on new journeys than following up the old narrative. So you don't have to worry about rewatching the first one.
What are you guys doing?
What? We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
Number 9. The tone will be Guardians of the Galaxy meets Apocalypse Now. According to early plot details, 2021's The Suicide Squad will follow our favorite group of villains and their starfish-related mission on the island of Corto Maltese.
Brave American forces are now engaged in direct combat with Soviet troops in Corto Maltese. Now, those Soviets would like to see us turn our tails and run. But we've got to protect our stand up for freedom.
Producers say the film will draw comparisons to gritty 1970s war movies, intertwined with humor from movies like Guardians of the Galaxy.
You've got a sovereign fleet approaching from the rear.
Why would they do that?
Probably because Rocket stole some of their batteries.
Dude!
Right. He didn't steal some of those. I don't know why they're after us. What a mystery this is.
This likely means we're in for some pretty violent scenes with lighter tones of comedy. The perfect balance for any superhero movie.
We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
Plus, it never hurts to have a sense of humor, especially where this team is going. In the comics, Corto Maltese has been home to particularly violent rebel uprisings, so it isn't too far out of left field to assume that the Suicide Squad will face villains of their own. Number 8. James Gunn had a lot of creative control. After Warner Brothers let Zack Snyder have more creative control over his cut of the Justice League, he gave us an exciting and crowd-pleasing film. Fortunately, the studio took a similar approach with James Gunn. The director said he had tons of creative freedom in the R-rated The Suicide Squad and was given very minor notes that he was at liberty to take or refuse.
There's no one better in the world to direct The Suicide Squad than James Gunn.
I was excited with an opportunity to be able to do The Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
Gunn's directing style worked perfectly for the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. And in 2010, he proved he could handle R-rated superhero films when he gave us the unforgettable Super. The director has the experience with superhero films and mature heroes to warrant creative freedom.
Face the wrath of the Crimson Bolt!
Number 7. There may be multiple post-credit scenes. If you're one of those savvy moviegoers that watches the credits roll in hopes of getting some extra content, then we have some good news about this movie.
What do you let it lick you like that for? Gross.
A Twitter exchange between James Gunn and a fan seemed to hint that there will be multiple post-credit scenes, and this director certainly isn't unfamiliar with delivering memorable bonus content. Gunn crafted 5 post-credit scenes for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 alone. Based on his track record, we can assume the extra scenes we'll get for the Suicide Squad will be a mix of one-off jokes and hints at future storylines. So you'll definitely want to stick around after the credits to see what happens next.
More capable of destroying the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I shall call him Adam.
Number 6. Deadshot Is Gone, but not forgotten. Will Smith's Deadshot was one of the most engaging and complex characters in the first Suicide Squad film.
Y'all jokers must be crazy.
Despite his popularity, the actor isn't expected to appear in the 2021 film. According to various reports, Smith wasn't able to reprise his role mainly due to scheduling conflicts.
Grab what you need for a fight. We're wheels up in 10.
You might want to work on your team motivation thing. You heard of Phil Jackson?
Yeah.
He's like the gold standard.
He leaves behind some big shoes to fill, but we think Idris Elba's character Bloodsport won't have much of a problem stepping up to the plate. Smith is still on good terms with the studio, so who knows? Maybe we'll see him reprise his role at some point, or even potentially a different role in the DCEU. Either way, one thing's for sure, Will Smith is always welcome back in the hearts of fans.
Well, we almost pulled it off, despite what everybody thought.
We weren't picked to succeed, you know that, right? We were all chosen to fail.
Number 5. Harley Quinn's huge action scene. When Margot Robbie returned as Harley Quinn for 2020's Birds of Prey, she commanded creative and stunning action scenes. It sounds like she'll wow us again in 2021. James Gunn has mentioned that one of Harley's action scenes is, according to Digital Spy, probably his favorite 4 minutes of film he's ever shot. That's incredibly high praise for a director who's given us insane prison break scenes, thrilling spaceship battles, and climactic fights between godlike beings. The combination of his creative brand of action and Margot Robbie's outstanding performance, both emotionally and in terms of her physical capabilities, might just give us the best scene of the movie. Number 4. Peacemaker isn't bulletproof. Although the Suicide Squad will introduce a bunch of new characters to the DCEU, John Cena's Peacemaker has garnered a good chunk of the attention so far.
Project Starfish. Any questions?
Starfish is a slang term for a butthole. Think there's any connection?
No.
He's been described as a douchey Captain America by Cena himself. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. We're just quoting here.
Be like a douchey Captain America.
The guy who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he needs to kill along the way.
Not only has Peacemaker been featured prominently in trailers, he's also getting his own spin-off show on HBO Max. Fair warning, you might not want to get too attached just yet. The Peacemaker series is set to dive into the character's origins, so there's always a chance that he bites the bullet in the Suicide Squad. Nevertheless, John Cena could not have been better cast, and we couldn't be more excited to get to know his version of Peacemaker.
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
I thought you were the crazy one.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3. Taika Waititi is on the cast list. It might be hard to stand out in a cast that includes Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker, and David Dastmalchian.
This is suicide. Well, that's kind of our thing.
I'm a superhero!
But it's easy when you're as talented and hilarious as Taika Waititi. When his casting was first announced for the Suicide Squad, some thought he'd be playing King Shark. But since Sylvester Stallone is lending his voice to the big fish, Waititi's role is still unknown.
Ratatouille, what do you got?
Bird.
Now it. Stay off the comm.
What we do know, however, is that he brings a unique sense of humor to every character he plays. Consider his roles in What We Do in the Shadows and Jojo Rabbit. And do we even need to mention Korg?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here. I'm made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. Just a little rock, paper, scissors joke for you.
We can't wait to see the magic he'll bring to whoever he plays in this ensemble film. Number 2. Starro has a starring role. The giant starfish that the Suicide Squad is sent after is a pretty big deal.
Oh my god, we've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit!
Known as Starro the Conqueror, this alien being is strong enough to give the Justice League some serious trouble. Don't be fooled by his squishy exterior. This baddie has a range of powers that include duplication, regeneration, and mind control.
There you are, Aquaman. Got a live one, people!
The last power is particularly worrisome when it comes to the Suicide Squad. With every member of the team being somewhat of a wild card and nearly every member being completely unhinged, the possibility of Starro taking over even just one of their minds might mean absolute chaos. As if battling the giant starfish monster wasn't enough, the Suicide Squad may end up battling each other at the same time.
Your mission is to destroy every trace of something known only as Project Starfish. Any questions?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Expect a number of casualties. A few members of 2016's Suicide Squad lost their lives, but it looks like the body count will be much higher for the 2021 movie. Not only has Gunn mentioned that no character is protected by the franchise, one of his tweets also seemed to suggest there will be as few as 2 survivors. While we can presume Harley Quinn is likely to make it, there's no guarantee for anyone else.
Don't you worry, eh? I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
Will team members fall victim to Project Starfish? Is there a traitor in their midst? Or will Amanda Waller finally pull the plug on one or more of her pawns? The only thing we know for sure is that the team's lineup will never be the same.
You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.